a test. Just testing this is working. In-game audio is off. Microphone's working. Standing.
Wacht even, en dan heb ik je guy een tik gegeven nu.
Okay, someone's shouting.
Er wordt ook wat slechter de klootnek. Grip is alles weg. Kijk.
Fair play, Spanners. You're not going very slow. This is good.
That is the faintest phrase.
It's like something you say in a lap show, isn't it?
Slow one up here in front of you.
It's so
Front
bad
of
when
you.
he
Keep your
comes
eye
out
open.
into the race. You know what?
Go to the right.
It wasn't terrible. It's not a...
Right, do you want to go past before the end of the lap?
No, whatever you want, man. It's fine. I'm just on out lap. I'm going to have to overtake slow drivers during the race, so it's quite good practice.
Clear.
In front of all my friends as well.
So is that a Premiership footballer?
It's yeah.
Who does he play for?
I don't know.
Same name actually.
Barcelona.
Oh, Barcelona.
I think. Whichever it was. Didn't he play for Spain?
Is it one of the guys that?
The multiple World Cup winner.
Is it one of the guys that did the Formula 1 esports thing?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
he did.
Yeah, that's Barcelona football players in here, Buckley.
No, take the name off it.
No, I don't.
Not very complicated. Why don't you ask him?
Oh, I remember the name position as
Chevy Alonso is quite common in Spain,
Right
isn't it?
side. Clear.
Ask him.
He's gone now.
Because I was going to say if he doesn't reply, it's probably go ahead.
Brad, I'm in the same as you.
Okay.
Oh, he's one of us, isn't he?
Who's that?
Danny Silva. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's in his Discord.
Yeah, but he's not in the Discord right now.
Spin on the left side. In front of you. He's rolling. Drive through it.
We know where race one on. Fucking can't even do a lap.
Woohoo, my split.
It's 25 and 12. Sorry. 25
Start looking at your pin end. We're a few laps out.
What kind of lap times are people doing in the other practice?
Oh, for one that messes it. It's very cool stage.
Yeah, this is really fast track.
After that, 46-1. That session we were in.
Evening all. What's the track temp you're seeing?
It's like -4 or something. It's super cold.
It's 26 in this section.
Wow, that's 44 in my races. That's huge difference.
That, like I said, dynamic weather.
Is that air and track? That you're
Here's
talking about
22 tracks.
Let's not talk about temperature. I'm having a good lap times. Purple, 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 purple. Nothing to do with the weather.
Very slow on the left. Keep going, keep going.
Hey, MIC from the land of Prince Bishops. Can you hear me? Just checking whether you can hear me watching the live stream. Just say hello if you can hear me.
Surely statistically 20% of all Discord voice chat is somebody telling somebody else they're too quiet.
It's conservative.
Gonna be pitting you here in about 2 or 3 laps, bud. Spin. He's on the left, Stay right.
Wow, not no face.
Is this your first practice on the track, Danny?
Yeah, it's about my 5th lap in 2 weeks.
What, Lou? I was 6/10 off. I mean, lucky mate, unlucky.
I can be heard. Thanks, Mark Greenhow. Can you also hear the Discord chat going on in the background? I'll move the microphone closer.
James, I'm liking this setup, mate.
Yeah, good stuff. I was liking in that last session. I'm struggling at the moment. I can't get down to my sort of previous bests.
I've started losing it in that, not the penultimate. Yeah, no, the penultimate corner was like that back handle.
You flat out there.
I left.
Yeah, I feather slightly going through the apex of that.
I won't tell you it's easy flat then.
Well, don't touch the curb.
What's that, the last score?
No, second to last. Easy flat with my setup as well, I think. Well, no, it's not easy flat, but it is flat.
It was, but it's not anymore.
Bud, bring it around and pit if you can.
Yeah, I go flat once it's done 2 laps.
Okay, that's good. The Discord is supposed to be a bit quieter.
Kyle, can you share your setup? See what that is.
Who are you using, Danny? You still using your Suzuka?
Yeah, at the minute.
PDS one is, I went with Suzuka and it was dog slow, although to be fair I didn't adjust anything like the wing, but the PDS setup was okay.
So guys, this track is so good. I've just done my best lap ever, 3 laps in a row, improving every time. It must be the coldest session this track's had so far.
Brad, on your races or the one you choose, were your tyres seriously going off halfway through the race or were they holding on?
They do go off a little bit, definitely. And I do my best to try and preserve them through the first half. So if I don't need to push particularly hard through the long downhill right-hander, then the long left-hander I don't, because you need some life at the end.
Yeah, because I had an off at the bus stop on something like lap 13 where I swear I was going through that at my normal speed, which isn't too aggressive, and the tyres just seemed to go nope and spat me out into the grass, and I'm not entirely sure whether that was the tyres or just my noobiness.
There's a massive difference between sessions as well in terms of grip. So the last one I did about an hour and a half ago, it was really slippery. It was so easy just to spin in the chicane. And this session now that we're doing, this cold one, I can push like crazy and take liberties. So there's a very, very big difference. I'm getting texts.
So I had a celebrity in mine as well. Not a W Series driver, but the famous fake Charlie Whiting. Mark McCardle was in my session last night.
I saw that. He was in my session earlier too, but I don't think it's him. It can't be him. He's not that quick. And I asked on the voice chat, is that the Mark McCardle of fake Charlie Whiting fame? And he just didn't respond. And
No, he didn't respond to me either, but he said he was driving for Club Canada, and he does live in Canada, so...
I'm going to just ask him on Twitter, because he was actually really fast. He was like doing low 46s. So if that's him... I mean, it is an unusual name, so it'd be weird if it wasn't him.
He does do quite a bit of sim racing.
Maybe it's in them. I just really did not think he'd be anywhere near that quick.
Well, he was really slow and shit in mine. I beat him quite easily. And honestly, if I could beat him, he must be awful.
Might have been using those cheats that have been posted.
Yeah, I saw that.
I think that all turned out to be a hoax.
Cheat codes?
What was
Or
the
is that
alleged
what
cheat?
iRacing are saying?
The person who posted the cheats tweeted that it was all a hoax, and he said that he was just he was pretending it was official sessions. It wasn't really, and I can send you the screenshots. I think he's deleted it all now. But he said he was selling the method to people. That's originally what he was saying.
Kyle, is that race fuel or quali fuel?
Whoever said, could we hear you? It was really faint.
Yeah, I heard it too, really, really faint in the background.
Well, I've had to crank Danny up to 100 and he sounds fine to me now.
Thank you.
And
How long have we got?
3/10 behind Beitske now.
What are the times in that session, Brian?
I did a 1:45.4. She did a 1:45.1.
Oh wow, okay, she's quicker than me still.
Probably because some mug shamed her on YouTube.
Yeah, probably.
What?
Yeah, she liked you, but she didn't retweet her. Like an acknowledgement of, yeah, I know you're there, but I'm not going to give you any free promotion.
What's the fuel for this race? Mitch?
25 wins.
50 liter.
So anyone watching the stream,
25.
anyone watching the stream, this is just practice. So qualifying's in 5 minutes.
I'm just using Dana's one.
The one that you should.
I can't remember if that was on.
By the way, due to my unique new audio setup to avoid the robotic sound, if anybody wants to fuck with me, just say, Chief, fuck up Malden's tyres, and he will.
Chief, fuck up Malvin's tyres.
He has.
You guys are all being broadcast live on my stream, by the way. Everything you're saying.
Yes, you can't stream a Discord. That's not on.
I've run stream.
Is your stream rated as 18 and not suitable for children? Because we can say some things that are getting banned.
Yeah, I definitely never tick made for children.
I have to say that Brad Dude 2K is the shizzle.
I've heard that you can just type in the normal name. You don't need to type that in.
What's the deal with turn 1 running wide? Do people get upset about that?
No, it's allowed. You can go as wide as you want.
It's slow though.
If you go really wide, I know Jeansy was going really wide the other day and it was actually slower than me.
That mug.
Where is Jeansy?
Yeah.
That was a big one. I'm glad that was innocent.
What's the time Visser's done?
45-1.
Oh, 1/10.
The stupid moves we need to watch out for in a race then. I'll be inside into the bus stop.
Yeah, anything into the chicane, watch out.
And the uphill right-hander, I imagine, as well. There's a wide entry, isn't it?
Up one off course, one
Op-
off course.
Optimal times now is at 45.0, but
Stay on your
lost a
toes.
10th through the last corner.
Race session starting for anyone not on it.
Let's do it.
I'm on it, but thanks, man.
I could have been talking to anyone.
We know.
Okay,
I appreciate that because, you
You're
know,
still
there
working
isn't a
here, what's the
flashing
difference?
thing in front of my eyeballs telling me to join the race.
Well, Richard, you think that would do it, wouldn't you?
You've idiot-proofed it for us, and I appreciate that.
Sorry?
I missed the session last week, so thanks, man. I do genuinely appreciate it.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll be done in like 45 minutes, and then I will cook dinner. Okay, just let me
Matt
know.
on tonight.
Matt Cook. Trumpet says he hasn't. I haven't practiced enough. I'm like, calm down.
Just start from the pits, tooling along at the back, and learn the course as you go.
Thing is, if you're not good enough to just come in and get on it after one practice session, then you're not good enough to worry about your I rating, is my philosophy.
That is fair.
I joined
And the boat that I'm in. And the boat that I'm in.
So we got no Brian in this one.
Yeah, I'm with Glen
Yeah, you're with me.
and with
Luke.
L.
Luke, Richard Molden, Richard Reddy, Sam Watley.
Oh no, I'm in middle split now. There's no slim, easy pickings in easy split.
Just me and Mark
Maybe.
3 now again.
Maybe I have a chance to win now. Oh no.
Yeah, keep it on the track this time, Brian.
Yeah, thank you.
Middle split's all the crashy with none of the easy overtakes.
So, the danger people then in this, Visser and Danny.
Oh, I'm miles away, mate. Trust me.
Oh, I'm good, Matt.
I don't believe it for a second, Danny.
Like, drink up Danny's eye rating when you massively beat him.
Gee, I'm 12 in the second split. Jeez.
This is the problem with a swarm. We got loads of good people just joining.
Oh.
Nah, Brian's shit. I just saw him.
Right, guys, I'm going to leave the Discord and join the voice chat in the game. But good luck, everyone.
Yeah, same.
Okay, stream. Let me know if you can still hear me and hear everyone else. And let's do some qualifying. Qualifying's in 18 seconds. And let me know if my volume's loud enough. If you want me to turn it up, I don't know what the levels are with the engine volume and my own volume. Hey Florian, hey MIC, hey Mark Greenhow. Right, here we go. This is going to be a tough qualifying because Visser was quicker than me in practice. Good luck, everyone. Oh, Solon's in here as well. He's quick. So there's quite a few quick people in this. Just trying to gauge what the track temperature's like, how much grip there is. Whilst also trying not to ruin the tyres. As always, guys, if you can hear me, feel free to ask any questions or say hi or whatever. I'll read the messages during the race. There's quite a few straights here, so it's a bit easier to read the messages. I'm just checking I hadn't muted the microphone.
Green flag, green flag.
Feels moderately grippy so far. So you're allowed to run wide there. You can go quite a lot wider than that actually. So do the first lap as a banker lap. I'm not going to push too hard through the chicane. We'll just get one on the board hopefully, and then we can push hard on the second lap. Quick track. I don't know if it's as quick as practice was, but it's a quick track.
Gonna start looking at your pin end. We're a few laps out.
Uh-oh, the VR just went funny. This is going to be the danger. Yeah, look how quick she is. Miles faster than me. My VR keeps adjusting for no reason. Don't know why it does this in a race session. Hasn't done it all day. Visser is a long way ahead. So time to take some liberties through the chicane. Even Brady Sterry's near to me. It's not good. Unusual for Brady to be that close, so it's a really quick track. Oh, I should have 44. Now that is mega. Beitsker, that lap is insane. Well done. 44.9. Well, I got my my quickest ever laps, and she beat me by 3 tenths, just under. That's fast. Danny Henney. Look at that, Danny Henney pretending he can't drive this track. Alright, let's load the race setup. So now we'll just sit and wait for the times to come in. So I'm just going to check myself if this is coming through. So guys, thanks for joining me. Let's just turn this up. Yeah, I can hear me. You're just not talking to me. You're just all being very quiet in the chat. Oh, so Van Jean's not here. He says he never gets on for the first race, even though it's the main one. So don't worry that we're a few tenths off in qualifying. That's been the case a couple of times with Beitsker. She is rapid over one lap. I mean, that's insane. I've never seen a 44, so especially not in qualifying. Then there's Danny, Brady, and Miska, who I don't know, but they're all, you know, all the highest rated drivers all at the front here, and Carl. They're all super close, and with the slipstream, they're easily close enough to be in the fight. So looking forward to this. So 7 seconds till we go to the grid. Looking forward to a safe race. And I'm the highest rated driver in this race, so if I have a bad race I'm going to lose lots of points, so I'm trying not to. Here we go then, to the grid. So I just turned off the fuel and the tyre change in case we get damage.
Best of luck, everybody.
Yeah, good luck, Carl. Good luck, everyone. Good luck, Beitsker. Let's have another nice one.
Good luck.
Good race. Have fun.
So this race is being streamed on my channel if anyone wants to go back and watch it afterwards in case you feature. Just search my name and you'll find it.
I need to do this 45.
Nobody talking at all on the chat. I wonder if I can turn you off. Nope.
Green flag. On your right. Still there. Still there. Clear.
careful through the chicane on the first lap, especially because I'm offline. And now, my plan basically is just to try and keep her behind and make her do the work. Scrub her tyres whilst I just preserve my tyres out front. It's a really long race. Be awesome if Danny Henney could get in on the action. Danny, feel free to attack if you want. So stream, you'll see I'm being super gentle on the front tyres. I'm not far enough in front of her to break away yet, so that 4/10 gap, I'm not going to fight the slipstream.
You are the lead. Time to shake and bake.
So if she drags past me, then she drags past me and we'll just go from there. The straight here is so long, there's not much you can do, look. She's going to go straight out the inside. Here she comes.
Still there. All clear.
So I obviously deliberately tucked back in so I didn't have a sketchy chicane. So anyone who doesn't know, the car in front is Bytes Gavissa. She's front runner in the W Series. We've had a few races this week together, and we're generally exactly the same pace.
That's it, my man. Stay on it. Right side. Still there. Still there. You're clear.
Okay, so we've broken away to half a second now. This is about the kind of distance you can think about trying to actually make a break. So let's monitor that gap. And if it gets any bigger, I'll actually start using up some tyres and push. Up to 0.6. Right, let's go for it. Let's kick on, see if we can pull away. And that's basically the theme of the race. We're going to try and spend our tyre allowance when it's worth it. She's 0.7 behind now, so that's enough that she won't draw alongside on the next straight.
Yeah, man. Time to boogie down.
If I get a good exit here. 0.6. So you obviously saw the last couple of laps, we slipstreamed past each other. I was about 0.4 behind at the beginning of the straight. Now it's 0.7. She shouldn't be close enough. In fact, you can see, look at the gap behind in the mirror. So I'm going to just try and keep that and push and make a break. This track is so easy to crash on if you push too hard through the chicane. She's keeping me honest. I've gone deep through there. See, I'm weaving around just to try and break the toe, just to give her as little benefit as possible. She's back down to half a second. .6 again, she's slightly closer than this lap through here. She's going to get more of a slipstream. So that 0.6 will be down to maybe 0.4 by the next corner, especially if I miss a gear like that. And if you watch, she's following me, she's tracking where I'm going just to get the slipstream. Always tends to be quicker than me in that downhill left. Don't know if it's something about the setup. I've gone deep again through here. So she's down to half a second again. 0.4. So those kind of fiddly middle of the circuit corners, she's got the legs on me. So we're going to stop pushing now. There's no point. I'll just use up my tyres and she's got the benefit of being in the slipstream to catch back up. So we'll just take it easy for a moment, see how this phase shakes out. 5 laps in, quarter of the way through the race. Let's see if I can bring the comments up.
Come on!
Okay, all I can see is go go, so I'm going to put the comments away. So what I want now really is for both of us just to pull away from the guys behind, because then the worst that will happen is one of us will finish second. So second place in this wouldn't be too bad. Should still gain some iRating. So hopefully we'll just keep moving forward, pull clear of Brady Sterry.
That was a rookie move.
But like I said at the start, I want her to be the one scrubbing her front tyres.
Maybe that could be too because it's far away.
I want to go just fast enough to keep pulling a gap on P3. Although we lost a bit that time. So maybe we need to up the pace. All the while she's in my aero wash, she's damaging her front tyres more than I am. Looks like P3 is actually catching quite a bit, so maybe we need to get a move on. See, I'm blending off the throttle through there just so I don't scrub the right front. And And using minimum steering lock through there as well. Gas back up to 0.6. And we managed to just break away a little bit more. We're about 0.7, I don't know what's going on there, but she dropped back a bit on this lap. Oh god, oh god, oh god. I hit the inside curb too hard. So, it's okay. We didn't get an off track, we didn't get a slowdown. Just lost that 0.6 gap, that's all. No dramas. I saw the 0.7 gap to her and I just thought, oh, maybe we'll just push on this lap. So I just pushed a little bit harder through the chicane. Didn't work. But no major drama. It's the danger of this track. You can drive around quite comfortably. You push a tiny bit too hard, clip a curb wrong, and you bounce because you're going so fast through that chicane. Is she going to go for a dive bomb? I would. No. She thought about it. So lost half a second or so to the guy in third, but that can be made back up. So she's the perfect distance to slipstream past me on this straight now. Let's see what happens, if she wants to.
Left side.
Not quite close enough. And obviously through that move we both lost about 3/10 of the guy in third. But I'd just rather keep her at arm's length in second. So still very much nursing these tyres. They've got plenty of life left in them, so I'm quite happy about that. When we need to push, when she makes some big attacks near the end, we've got some life. Closer this time, so she's almost certainly going to come through this time. And if it was on the last lap, I would I'd have backed off earlier so she didn't get a slipstream for as long. But because we're still early in the race, she can take it. Ooh, it's going to be tight. I'm interested what she's going to do.
Clear if you need it.
And she's wise from yesterday, she's covering the inside line. She remembers that I passed her twice there yesterday. Well, that wasn't intentional, but I actually caught her up a bit. Whoa, she's gone! She's gone. Well, I didn't touch her, she just spun. She touched the grass. Right, so now it's just me and Brady. And it's things like that, which is why you don't go too crazy to begin with, because anything can happen. I say that as someone who crashed on the first corner earlier today. Right, now let's break away from Brady. He's too close. I don't want him in my slipstream, so let's push on, get away from him. Moves Kyle Power up onto the podium. So I need to keep Brady well out of that slipstream. 0.9 behind now. Let's see if I'm not defending from Beitske. Maybe we can start pulling that gap back up. Right, back up to 1 second. Quite a lot of understeer in that downhill left, so we're really scrubbing the tyres. Kept it at 1 second. Still 1 second. He's doing well. He's hanging on. He's not normally this quick, Brady. Some additional information. Brady Sterry works for Moller Bill, who are a TCR VLN team from Norway. Up to 1.2, slightly more comfortable. He won't be getting any slipstream that far back now, really.
Time to go.
Half distance. Let's keep going. This is where I crashed earlier today, put a big hole in the wall. He's close enough that I need to keep going fast. I'd much rather he wasn't there and it was only Kyle behind me, because then we could just chill out a little bit. So much understeer through there. He's caught back up those 2/10. Something's happened to Kyle. So I don't know whether you can notice, guys, I'm still pushing at like 95%. I'm pushing pretty blooming hard here to try and break away from Brady. Okay, there's a car just come out of the pits. So that car that's 7 seconds in front of us now is going to slow us down when we get to him. He's only the 18th seed as well, so it's not going to be particularly quick. Nine laps to go. We'll have a look at the chat in a minute. Just trying to give my full concentration to pulling away from Brady. Once we get over, say, 2.5 seconds, he might start giving up. So we're racing in the top split of the official Formula Renault races on iRacing. There's a couple of other splits below us. There's lots of people in this session. I think over 60. Right, let's have a look at the chat on this straight. So, Florian says, are you winning? Yes. And Florian also says, you drive TCR cars, I guess you love understeery cars. No, absolutely not. Hate understeer. You're also not a massive fan of oversteer. I'd rather the car was neutral. I love really neutral cars. They just go where you point them. And Florian says, am I winning? Is the overlay working? Is the overlay which tells you what everyone's position working? And what do you think of the little head-to-head battle thing on the bottom left? Hopefully that's working too. How's the cat? The cat's next to me, I think. I can't see with my goggles on, but I think she's next to me. She was when I started. Right, I need to get a move on because he's caught me up a bit. I'll talk to you guys in a minute. Still haven't caught up with that back marker I thought was going to hold me up. Oh no, Kyle Power. What happened to him? Kyle's down in 17th. That's a shame for Kyle. Kyle's quick, but he's not getting on with this track in terms of incidents. It's twice he's been running third when something's happened. So still got missed apex on the podium with John Lang. Gap's up to 2.2, it's a bit more comfortable, but it only stays there if I push like crazy. Clouds have come over, it's all got a little bit dark. Let's have another little look at the chat. Okay, so the chat says, overlay's working, yes, great. Oh, maybe the cat will jump onto the rig at some point. I blimmin' hope not. Worst to be if she got her tail trapped under the brake pedal or something. See, I'm being very careful through there now. Thanks for watching, guys. Got another race at 9:45, a little bit later. Tends to be the even harder race, the later one. More people. Alex Van Geen's in it, which makes it much harder. Five laps to go. 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. You can see Kyle Power in the distance. And we've got Alex right here now. He's actually dangerously fast. And what I mean by that is he's quick enough that I'm not going to just drop him straight away. So I'm only gradually creeping up to him. Which means he could still be hanging around in the braking zone, which I'm not a fan of. So we'll be careful around him. Such an awesome track this. I love these high-speed corners in these cars. Don't know what it'd be like in a non-downforce car. No, we're not, mate, because we're not making a pit stop. That does mean my fuel level's down a bit. So, Alex, Sivret. No hurry, man, but when I get up to you, I'll just pass you safely whenever it's safe. He's in a race with Kyle, you see, so he's not going to want to lose too much time. Battling over P16. 4 laps to go. Big bump there, isn't there? Okay, Alex, I'm probably going to slipstream past on this next straight. Thanks very much, man.
Still there. Clear.
That was very, very courteous of him. Appreciate that. But you tend to find in the top split, everyone, even when you're lapping them, the people at the back, they're very sensible. Because you don't get the higher I rating by driving like an idiot. So. Alright, next up, Kyle Power, who's had some issues, was running third earlier. One of the fastest missed Apex drivers. we should have time to look at the comments in a second, guys. See what you're up to. What happened to Visa and Power? I'll explain in a second, Vanjeen. So, Beitska, I passed Beitska on the first lap. I stayed in front for a few laps. She slipstreamed back past me. And on the same lap, she slipstreamed back past me. I was following her closely through the corner we've just been through, that uphill right-hander. And she got a bit wide on the exit. And touched the grass and spun. So that was it. I was very lucky not to hit her. I was tucked up right behind her rear wing. But yeah, that kind of spoiled what would have been quite an exciting slipstream battle for the whole race. Thanks for watching, Alex. And Kyle was running third. And something happened. I don't know what happened to him, but it looked like he dropped out of the chicane. So I think Kyle probably spun at the chicane.
2 more, let's go.
2 laps to go. Will we catch Kyle before the end? Alex, what do you think of my stream with the new overlays and the new layout? Hey Paul, how's it going? Yeah, we're a couple of laps from home in the top split official Formula Renault race. Hi Paul, how are you doing? It's nice to see the messages. Looking good. Oh, thanks, Vanjeen. So you can read all the positions easily and the battle thing on the bottom left. And hopefully, Vanjeen, you're picking up some racing line tips and stuff. Okay, yeah, good pedal cam. So the light is on the pedal cam. I can't remember whether I switched the light on. Because it gets quite dark in here, so I've got a little LED light on the feet. And the flag, you see that should be a white flag at the top right. I don't think we're going to get Kyle. I think we might just let Kyle have his extra lap just in case anyone crashes. Kyle, if you can hear me, I won't lap you, so you've got an extra lap to catch if anyone else crashes. So keep going, man. Don't let me through. Okay, he just let me through.
Right side, clear.
He obviously doesn't have the voice chat turned on. Maybe he's having such a bad race he doesn't want to do an extra lap. Hang on, I'm going to read the comments in just a sec. Guys, I will read the remaining comments in just a second. Just don't want to screw up the last lap. Okay, evening. Only just tuned in. It's looking nice. I'm staying on. Yeah, I'm going to stay on for the next race as well, but it's at 9:45. It's only at 7. Is it only at 720p, Alex? That must be the highest I can stream in, because I'm streaming. I'm sure the video is at 1080. It probably gets uploaded at 1080 after it's stopped being a live stream. Well, there we go, guys. That ended up being quite a straightforward race, but it was difficult at the start. Out qualified by Beitska Vista by 3/10, then had to drive past. That's David Hatton's here. Hi, David Hatton.
Well done, buddy. Did a great job today. Thank you for all your hard work.
Okay.
I love these races. Good job.
And Van Jean's watching the lines. Hi, Carl. I was not going to pass you, but you let me through so easy. I had to go through.
Oh no! I thought I'd just give you a bit of 16 and then let you through.
I was going to give you an extra lap in case you wanted to catch up with anyone who might have a problem.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I won't finish it up early.
That's what we thought. Right, let's see if I can move the chat a little bit. Let's see if we can check out the first couple of laps.
Gutted, sitting really comfortably in third, then ran wide at turn 1 and got an off track. He was thinking about the off track and then binned it at the bus stop. Pretty good.
Right, for anyone on my stream, guys, anyone in that race, if you want to watch that race back, my stream is still running and it will be running in the next race as well. I'm just going to be watching back the race now. Right, guys, so let's show you what happened if you weren't there for the start. This was the start of the race. So we both got a good start. And I deliberately backed off there. I don't know whether you saw. I lifted off because I didn't want to catch her too soon. I wanted to catch her now, so I'd have a good run onto the straight. If you catch too soon, then you get stuck and then you can't pass. So that was the beginning. Let's look at what happened next. So she came back through. I let her through in the end, so I didn't want us to both fight going into the chicane. Really important to keep a nice tight line through there. So let's just fast forward a little bit. So, similar story again. Another slipstream fight down the long straight. This is where it always happens. And this time we were really well clear. Got a very good run. She backed off early as well. And it stayed like that for a little while. Until she gets back past, which you'll see in a minute. So we're still relatively early in the race. Lap 4 or 5 now. She stayed in front for quite a few laps. I think it must be this next lap she comes back through. Nope, maybe not. So another lap in front. Oh, we managed to defend that time. Let's have a little look back at that. Yeah, so she decided against that one. So maybe this is the lap she comes through. Here we go. Wasn't much I could do about that. Now, guys, this is where it gets a bit exciting, because this is where it all goes wrong for Vissa. So she covered off the inside there this time. That's where I passed her twice yesterday. So she knew about that, remembered, didn't give me any sniff down the inside. Now something a bit weird happens in a second, and it starts off with a mistake from me. So I'm going to touch the grass on the entry to the next corner and nearly crash into her. And I think she sees that happening and then goes wide. So I'm like, whoa, deep on the brakes, but under control now. She then gets on the power early, goes wide. Grass, wall, race over. And that was the race. So, there we go, guys. So I'm going to stop the stream, or put it back on hold for a little while, because I'm going to go maybe have some dinner. But in just under an hour, we'll be back on. So let's just start the timer. So what's that going to be? 50 minutes. And we'll go live again. So I just start that. And see you in just under an hour, guys. Thanks for watching so far.
Thank you very much.
Alright guys, welcome to race 2. Just joining the end of practice. Going to jump in and do some laps. And then the qualifying starts at Q2. So don't worry, my suit's not blue. That will change once it all loads. Feel free to comment or ask questions in the chat if you're there. It's nice and chilled now in practice. Just going to try and get to the sharp end of the standings here. 2 missed Apex drivers at the top there, Brian and Danny. Oh, and Tim Ellis as well. And Colin Ward. Loads of missed Apex guys at the top. So just on our out lap with our blue suit. There we go, there's the proper livery. Very well populated race this one. 45 in so far. Imagine there'll be 60 something people in this race.
Cheers.
Right side. Clear, clear.
That guy nearly hit the back of me. Very, very close. For anyone just joining, this is just practice. And if you comment, I can read it. I've got a little screen up to the top right where I can see all the comments coming in. Right, let's go do a practice lap. See what the track conditions like. I think it's pretty quick track at the moment. So we'll see the split time pop up any minute now. There's another missed Apex driver, Solon. Okay, so we're 10th and a half up so far on our own time. Couple of tenths. This would put me 4th at the moment. This would put us 3rd.
About 5 out, about 5.
Bit too deep into that. Too slow getting on the power there. This should put us top on the first lap. Here we go, top of the board. See if we can improve on that at all. Let me know if you can hear me, guys, by the way. Hopefully this is coming through on the stream. Might get held up on this lap.
Spin. He's on the left. Very slow on the right. He's coming.
Lost a little bit of time there, annoyingly. Lost some more time there. Earlier on the power that time though. Some dirty air from the car in front. Now we'll get a slipstream.
Left side. Still there, man. Still there. Clear if you need it. Slow on the right. Keep coming. Spin, spin.
Lots of people spinning. So reasonably happy with that pace. That should be good enough to put us in the hunt.
Be pitting here in a couple. Right side. Clear, clear, clear.
Alright, one more lap. Let's commit to this chicane. Here we go. Love these high-speed corners. Hi Paul, can you hear me? This is practice. We're about to go to qualifying in a minute.
Hit this time, hit this time.
Too bad they're looking in the mirrors.
Fastest ever lap. Whew. Yeah, I like this track, Paul. Paul, can you hear me? Just say yes if you can hear me. Everything's plugged in. You should be able to hear me. Yeah, you can hear. Okay, great. Awesome. So yeah, that's this is just practice. It's nearly finished now. What's the time? Oh, my watch is dead. A few minutes. A few more minutes. I'm just checking whether the stream looks right. You see the lap times coming up. Cool. Okay, so Yeah, I mean, it looks like we've got some good pace in the practice, but the thing that you don't see here, Paul, is there might be other practice sessions with other people in who are better, who are quicker than the guys in this, so we won't know till we get into qualifying exactly who's going to be in the race. But let's do some practice starts. Got a nice technique which I don't want to give away over the stream, but thanks Alex Van Gien for helping work this out. Here we go. It's a two-stage clutch basically, so we're doing like a Formula 1 pull away. Here we go. Hey Van Gien, can you hear me? Yeah, Paul, that was my fastest lap ever of this track. Yeah, that purple lap I just did, that's my fastest ever one, so you got to ride on board for it.
Yeah, I can hear you, Brad.
Hey Van, do you reckon you'll be in top split?
Yeah, should be. Yeah, Brad.
Hey Matt. So this time we're just going to do a more of a careful warm-up lap. See whether we've still got... See if it's better or worse, basically. Yeah, Paul, it is so much fun. This car on this track is awesome. You asked a question earlier, do I have a new wheel yet? No, I don't. I'm still using my Thrustmaster. But when I do get a new wheel, you'll see Rosso Sim Racing are providing a nice... fancy steering wheel for it, so that's what's written down the nose cone of the car. I'm trying a slightly different overlay for the race this time, so let me know what you think of it. I won't tell you what's changed, but the positions on the left will be slightly different to before. Alright, here we go. Yeah, Thrustmaster, I know. It sounds dodgy, doesn't it? So it looks like we're going to get some traffic. Slightly up on the best ever lap at the moment. I don't think the edges of the tyres are warm enough to commit to the chicane on this first flying lap. That's Lisa's nickname for you. That is funny. Thrustmaster Paul. Right, here we go. We're going to have to commit to the chicane. Lost a bit of time because I went a bit deep. So you saw I went for a dive down the inside there, but I actually lost out on the exit. But the tyres are nice and fresh. So you got nice... Oh, I was just about to say, you got a nice mid-corner grip. But you see, the moment I leant over onto the edge, onto the sidewall, the shoulder, it wasn't warm enough. So next lap it should be warm enough. Qualifying's really soon.
Sorry, John. Hey man, how you doing? Never even saw you there.
Cool livery on that car.
Left side.
Really cool livery.
Clear. We're going to pitch here in a little bit, bud.
63 people registered for this race now. Half a tenth up, 700, 600s.
Fucking end this thing.
Right, gonna have to be a quick chicane. We're gonna use loads of curb on the right. Here we go. Made it. I wouldn't dare go that fast through there in qualifying. So easy to crash. Still slightly up. Understeer in the middle, but we're up. Just a fraction. Okay, now slightly down, but let's see. It's very, very close. 100th still. Down a tenth, under a tenth. So this might still be my quickest ever lap. It is 45.1 because that was being compared to my best optimal lap. So that was actually over a tenth quicker than my best. So another purple, 45.1. Whew, that moves us half a second clear. Yeah, Paul, wouldn't worry too much about losing on the exits because that is versus like my optimal lap. But that doesn't mean I got it exactly right. So it might be better off to gain on some of the entries. And even if you lose a bit on the exit, you might not have lost as much as you gained, if that makes sense. And you can get away with different things on different laps in terms of how much tyre temperature you've got and how much tyre life. Yeah, that was slightly quicker. It was on the edge though. I won't push that hard in qualifying, otherwise I'll crash. How long have we got? What's the time? It's now. Qualifying's right now. Here we go. Any second now it'll pop up. Here we go. I should push that hard in qualifying. The problem is, dude, if something goes wrong and I finish at the back, I'm going to lose a lot of iRacing in this. Yeah, on the second lap I will. So on the second lap, if I've already got a banker lap in, then yeah, I will push hard. Maybe not quite as hard as that though, because I can still improve on my first lap, even if I don't go absolutely crazy on the second one, and that might be enough. So let's see. What we do is we judge how the other drivers have done, and judge based on, if you're only half a tenth ahead, you need to pull something special out for your second lap. If you're 3 tenths clear, then and you're 1 tenth up, you might just want to go 4 tenths clear rather than crash on the second lap, and then maybe the other guy improves. So let's have a look at who's in this session. Pavel, don't know him. Danny Henney, so we know Danny and Kyle obviously. So some quick guys. Danny was second in the practice session there. Kyle's been running podium pace in these. I don't know anything about Pavel. Hey Pavel, how you doing? I haven't seen you around today, I don't think. And Brian Boomsma. Now, Brian down here is only 20th rated, but he is super fast. He's just new to iRacing. Starting 10th. 10th gear. Oh no. No. It's not more fun for me watching me overtake everyone because it's dangerous. I want to win the race. Let's just see. Let's go see what we can do. The practice pace was good. So, got 1.5 minutes. We'll just do another couple of practice starts whilst we're waiting for qualifying to start. Do another practice start at the end of the pit lane. There's not enough time in the warm-up to actually do a lap, so there's no point going to do a lap. We'll just do some practice starts. That's a good one. Don't worry, Paul. The races will be exciting enough, even if I'm out front, because I can easily crash. So I nearly threw away a win earlier today. I just went off on the last lap, bounced high in the air, and only just won by a tenth of a second. I also went off in the last race, and I crashed in another race, but luckily the race was abandoned because of a software update, so I didn't actually lose any points.
Brad, if you down your stream, there's 13 missed apexes in this race.
Sorry, you wanted me to tell the stream?
If you want to tell the stream.
Well, they can hear you. You just told them, so that's fine.
Oh, I didn't know they can hear me. That's cool though. 13 of us. That's all.
Yeah, it is cool. There's some fast ones too. Yeah, basically any sound that I can hear, the stream can hear. That's the way it works on my stream. Good luck for qualifying, everyone. Here we go. Alright, guys, I'm just going to turn off the chat whilst I'm driving. So, I can see that it's a bit cloudy. See how the track's quite dark, there's no reflection on my bodywork. That means the track temperature might be cool. Oh, the sun's coming out now. And I think a fast warm-up lap is what you want now. I've tried slow ones, and you don't have enough temperature in your tyres. What you don't want to do is scrub the front. So I don't want to push through these corners, but I want to brake hard, get some temperature in the tyres like that, and basically lean on them, but without scrubbing them. You need to have some grip and some life left in them to scrub them a bit on the flying lap. Same with the rears. You don't want to spin the rears, you don't want to spin them up, and you don't want to be sliding to warm them up. What you do want to do is put energy through them by driving out of the corners hard on the warm-up lap. See, I braked really hard and early for that corner, so we're getting temperature and everything through the brakes. Same here. So on the flying lap, we'll go in and we'll use the tyres a bit more to actually slow the car down rather than the brakes. But I want them to have maximum life. Right, here we go. The sun's out.
Green flag.
Missed the apex quite a lot there, but this is just a banker lap, so no drama. Just need to get in one that gets you in the top 4, really. Nearly lost the rear there. Don't know whether that was noticeable on the stream, but it was noticeable in the cockpit. So my optimal lap at the moment is slow. If you have a look down the bottom left, it's a 47.7. That's a really slow lap. So I need to claw some time back through the rest of the lap.
That's it, my man. 5 hard ones will get you some new skin.
Still not a quick lap, this. Maybe we lost more than I thought when we got a bit sideways in the chicane. And we went wide at turn 1. Okay, right, now the push lap. That is not a quick first lap. Not at all. Let's hope the track's a bit hot. Quick guys, haven't done their laps yet. Kyle Power's a good benchmark, so Kyle, normally a second ahead of Kyle, I'm only half a second, so that shows that was not a good lap. And now Brian's beating me by a 10th, so here we go, we're going to have to push.
My girl, tell them directly.
Shut up, Brian. Shut up, Brian, we're trying to push.
Wrong button. Sorry, pushed the wrong button.
So I lost the rear early on the exit there. That's really screwed us up in this sector. This is not going to be pole at this rate. Loads of understeer through there. Not a mega lap. Is it enough to sneak past Brian? Track much hotter there than it was in practice, but Brian might improve on his lap 2. And where's Danny Henney? This might only be P3.
Good job.
Yeah, but I'm still waiting for your second lap, Brian. And where's Danny?
No, I crashed, so there's no coming second lane.
Well, that answers that then. So where's Danny?
Looking for his space.
Alright, let's just get the old setup on.
Ooh.
Did he beat me? 100th off of beating Brian. He's got enough time to do a second lap. What is his... Oh no, that was his second lap. So we got pole. Wow, we got pole by under a 10th. So this is a much tighter session. Whew. Unless anybody else goes. Any other quick guys on a lap? I think Pavel's finished. Oh no, he could have one more lap. Pavel's got a second lap. Let's see, it's not quite over, but we should be guaranteed P2, I think, at least. That is a tight qualifying. Sorry about that, guys. I just undid the microphone by mistake. Is it working again? Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that was a tight qualifying. Less than a 10th. And I think that's it now. I don't think Pavel's going to get another lap in. Let's do it then. Wish me luck. Thanks for watching. Right, so we've got the race setup loaded. We're running the Pure Driving School Pro setup in case anyone cares. Here we go then. Right, let's bring the chat back up. Chat's up.
Have fun, guys.
Yeah, good luck everybody.
Yeah, good luck guys, especially missed Apex guys, and let's not kill each other at the start. Let's work together maybe to get away from everyone, if you see it in your heart.
Good luck, everybody.
Chat, I'm actually going to turn you off until we're a couple of laps in, so I don't get distracted by this chat window up here. P2 hasn't arrived yet. So this is going to be a race about whether or not I can break away from the guys behind. Brian Boomsma in second and Danny in third. Brian has been quick enough to hang with me, generally. If I make a mistake, he catches me up. So, and Danny is always fast. So, and I've got a contact lens that's crumpled. There's all the excuses. Apologies if I knock the microphone off. I need to screw it on better. So we're going to try and get a good start. We did some practice starts in practice, so hopefully that'll pay off. Definitely want to get to the first corner first, away from all the drama. Brian, don't crash into me at the first corner, okay?
No, I'm gonna dive bomb you, so don't worry.
Green flag.
Good start. Danny's already up to second. Now let's hope they all fight each other. Careful on the cold tyres. Now normally I wouldn't push too hard at the start, but I am going to push like crazy because I want to get a gap. I don't want any chance of them getting my slipstream. We already know though, if you push right up to the limit on the cold tyres, it'll suddenly snap. So Pavel up to second. He was in fourth on the grid, I think, Pavel. Let's hope they're all close enough to each other to fight, so I can break away. I also need to make no mistakes, because the moment I make a mistake, they'll catch right onto my tail. So just to let you know what you're watching, guys, you're watching the top split, the highest ranked race in the iRacing official Formula Renault sessions, featuring the Missed Apex podcast, Swarm.
The slipstream past me. Don't do it during this, we'll lose too much time.
Oh, something's happened, they've crashed.
Nice rejoin.
There's been a crash. There's been a crash back in the pack. So you're watching the best of the iRacing Formula Renault drivers in the official championship. We've now got 19 laps.
You have to give him some space, Brian.
And you're going to hear other drivers argue as...
Sorry, man.
stuff happens. This is why I said you've got to get clear. So you're not involved in all these battles. You just want to be able to drive your own race, drive away from people. It really helps if you've got the pace to do that.
I thought you were behind me.
That's why qualifying is so important. Alex Van Gien up to third. Alex Van Gien. Do my eyes deceive me? Is Alex Van Gien in third place? That can't be right. Something's broken. So guys, if it doesn't look like I'm pushing quite as hard or going quite as fast as I was in qualifying, a few reasons. First of all, obviously it's a long race. I need to preserve the tyres. They will wear out if I push too hard. And also the car's heavier, it's full of fuel, so it won't handle as well. The car rejoining. Oh, he's dangerous. Oh, he's fast. That's Pavel, so... He was the guy, he's the second seed in this race, so he's had a nightmare. Might take a while to catch him if we do at all. We are catching Pavel. He might have some damage after his crash. They might not have been able to repair it all, or he might just be slightly off the pace. Whatever it is, I'd like to get past him because I'd like some clear air. Following a car this close, exactly this distance, is really bad for your front tyres. We're 8 tenths off. You need to be within about 6 tenths to start getting a good slipstream. Oh god, another car rejoining. Who's that? Arnd's a good driver. He's safe, so Arnd shouldn't be a problem. See if Pavel lets me through. I'll be getting some blue flags about now. We're within that 6 tenths I said. Don't really want to follow someone through the chicane. He's not going to let me through before the chicane. Oh, he is. Thanks, Pavel. Do a tear off from my visor. It's a bit dirty. There we go. Oh, I've gone deep. I actually went in a bit too quick there, so I missed the apex by quite a bit. So you guys can see the positions. I've got no idea what happened to the other guys. Brian Boomsma and Danny Henney, the other quick guys at the front. We'll have a look back at the replay once the race is finished. John Lang start there, Tim Ellis. Oh my god. Loads of missed apex people. I think it's a missed apex top 5.
Thanks a lot, man.
Brian's back going 9th. See, I'm trying to really avoid the curbs through there, so you don't bounce back onto the track. Very sunny here in upper New York State. This is Watkins, Glen. So this is a track, if Paul, if you're still watching, this is a track we've been to watch NASCAR back in 1997. I think it was 97, it might have been 2000. I think it was 2000 actually. See a little bit of oversteer in the middle of that corner. Pavel staying quite close. Right, let's bring the chat up. Let's talk to the chat. Okay, great start. Yeah, it was. Go, go, go. Thanks, MIC. Van Gene definitely going to have been here. Yeah, Paul, we went here. We've been here. We sat in the main grandstand on the main straight.
I'm coming alongside you, John.
Paul, I love that you can't remember going to this track in New York. You must have been really young. So in the year 2000, you would have been 11, so not that young. We stayed with some of your dad's friends here. We went to a lake. There was a nasty big fish, a big dead fish on the bank. And we stayed at their house. We stayed at these people's house. They had a massive garden with like deer at the bottom, probably bears. Remember any of that? It was the same trip we went out in a helicopter, I think, over New York. Arndt Hallberg is fast. I'm actually not catching him. I must be not pushing hard enough. Yeah, that's right, Paul. Oh, I think I need to go a bit quicker. We're going slow. Let's try a bit harder. Let's get the lap time delta up so I know how quick I'm going. Half a second off the optimum. Much slower laps than qualifier. I think the track must be way hot. I picked up some damage or something because I am super slow. That was at 47.9. It's bizarrely slow, really slow, like a second off what we've done in other races. I'm just checking that my throttle pedal's working, getting full travel, the brakes aren't coming on when I don't want them. Very strange how much time we're losing. 47.9, it's just like extremely slow lap times. Must just be track conditions, because that is crazy. What's the optimum? The optimum's only a 47.0. Guys, is it just me, or are the track conditions very slow?
The what are?
The track conditions, the track temperature. It seems like the lap times are just extremely slow, like a second a lap off.
Yeah, it's a second lap slower than my last race.
Are you talking to me, Diane? Yeah. Hang on 2 secs. I'm going to lift a headphone up. Hang on. What's up, Panda? You're hungry? Okay. Everyone can hear you on the stream saying that. That's alright. I'll do dinner after this. We've got plenty. Just go choose one. Oh, it's cold in here now. Have you opened the window? Maybe that's just the door open. guest appearance from Becca. I mean, I say we're slow. We're not really catching Arndt in front, but we are pulling away from second and third, so... I don't think I've just forgotten how to drive this track. I think it is just super hot. The track conditions make such a big difference in iRacing. Guys, you can all see the... Oh, Mum doesn't remember either. I don't know whether you were there. Might have been. I can't remember. I was quite young too. Anyway, you guys can see the lap times on the left. What's the fastest other people are doing? Are there many people going quicker than I am? You can see the last lap time pops up and stays up for about a minute on the left. Taking forever to catch up with Arndt. Fair play, Arndt Holberg. It's taken a long time to catch you up. So we're pretty much half distance now. I appreciate this has not been as exciting as we thought it was going to be, but that's because everybody else took themselves out, which is fine by me. Again, why it's good to be clear by the first corner. Why it's really important to perfect your start procedure, which is something I worked on today along with Alex.
Doing a great job, man. 10 to go.
To put in perspective how good the drivers are being in this race, I lapped up to 4th place in a race earlier today, and I've not even lapped 21st place yet in this race. I think we're consistent at least. How can I use VR? Yeah, I just prefer it. It's just much more immersive. I can look through the corners, look to the apex. It's much nicer. You can see my head movement. Oh, that was a terrible first corner. You can see I can look around to where I want. If there's a car next to me, I don't have to rely on the screen being wide enough. I can just look. I can look behind me if I want. I can look down, check if my seatbelt's done up. It is. Yep. So I was just saying how I was consistent, and I completely screwed this lap. The rear tyre's actually already starting to go off. Got a little bit of oversteer through there. Have to watch that. It's very easy to back it into the barriers through that right-hander. Watch out for the grass on the edge of the track in the braking zones. Yeah, I touched some earlier, Steen. Is that a reference to Le Mans? Thanks for watching, Steen. It's a reference to doing a Bradley. Thank you, Steen. That's very kind of you. Hey Steen, did you see one of my tweets yesterday got retweeted by iRacing's account? Oh, guy in front of the Twitch then. Yeah, I did, that's good. Okay, cool, thanks. Thanks for noticing, Steen.
That I will let you pass on the next long straight.
Yeah, that's okay, Aunt. No rush. You're very fast, so it's not a problem. I have a nice big gap, so no hurry. Yeah, that's right, Steen. Yeah, Bites Kavisa. She's been doing quite a lot of these. If I'm not close enough, Aunt, you don't have to just let me through, so don't worry. Thank you, ma'am.
Right.
I'll try not to hold you up.
Clear.
All these kind back markers, I know, they're great, aren't they? They're really nice. Arndt's not really a back marker, that's why he was taken out earlier on. That was a gear too high, but we'll just go with it. Yeah, Arndt had a crash earlier in the race, so he's not really a back marker. So 5 laps to go at the end of this one. Guys behind having a nice fight. So stick with us for a couple of minutes after the race is finished. We'll have a look back at what happened to all the fast guys behind that all got involved in a big crash. And we can have another look at my super rocket start. You'll appreciate the start, Steen, it was good. That's the right gear for that corner. Yeah, you'll like it, Steen. It's for you. I'll read your previous message in just a second.
Thanks, man.
Pavel got a twitch. Second to last corner, hit the brakes and got collected. Ooh, but he's still only 1 second behind. So
5 to go. Concentrate. Let's finish this thing off.
Oh, you mean earlier in the race? Five laps to go. Just in cruise mode now. The track condition is horrible. It's like super hot. Running high 47s. We were doing 45s, low 46 in a race earlier. So it's super slow track. We've had incidents through these chicanes as well, so it's going to be very sensible. Oh, lap 1, okay. How can you see that, Steen? Are you in as a spectator or something? Yeah, it was really low for a race earlier, and it was super fast and nice to drive, but this is horrible. It's weird that Watkins Glen would have high track temperatures. In upper New York State, it's not even in a hot place. It's like near Canada. Oh, he was streaming. Pavel streams, is he? That's cool. Will Pavel have a stream full of my rear wing? Because he's been sat there behind me for this whole race since he rejoined. Well, I've had some great races here over the last couple of days, but this has not been one of them. It's definitely been a very straightforward race, just a really good start. We were 1 second ahead. 1 second. We were 1 second ahead by the first corner, really. That's what we'll show you on the replay. Pavel's only 6 tenths behind. I think we might let him go if you know what I mean. I don't think I really want to fight him. We've got no reason to fight someone who wants to unlap himself. Pavel, if you're fast and you want to unlap yourself, that's not a problem, man. I'm just in cruise mode, so if you get an opportunity, I'm not going to fight you. Maybe down the long straight on this lap, Pavel, if you just want to come through. How many laps? 3 more laps to go. There you go, mate. You go for it. He's still got some places he needs to gain. He's got 2.5 laps to catch that guy in front. Let's watch this fight. Let's see if let's follow Pavel's story. Can he get it up to 18th? What does Steen say? I see you're no longer what? I'm no longer leading the points. No, that's there's a reason for that, Steen. I've been doing loads of races to get my iRating up, so I've not been doing the tactical, just doing the good races. Whereas Greg Daven, who's leading, has been doing quite limited races, so it's fine. I don't really care about winning the Formula Renault Championship. I just want to use it to get loads of iRating. 2 laps to go. Pavel's got 3.5 seconds to catch in 2 laps. Is it too much? Yeah, Steen, incidentally, Greg, who's leading, every race I've had against Greg, I've beaten him. So it shows the points don't really reflect the actual race results, obviously. I don't think he's going to catch him. Yeah, I don't think anyone cares about the Formula Renault Championship points, to be honest. He's quite close, you know. He's got 1 lap to make that gap up. Oh, can he do it? I don't think he can. Because he's not going to have a slipstream at the most crucial point.
White flag.
Yeah, that's right, Steen. And I lost 200 or 300 from disconnections.
You here in about 2 or 3 laps, bud.
I wonder what the gap is to P2. I'll have a look in a minute. I've been super cruising. Like really high 47s. 13 seconds. Oh no, Van Geen's dropped to 4th. Oh, I've missed the apex by a country mark. Van Geen's lost a place. Van Geen, what happened? I thought you were going to come 3rd. Unfortunately, our guy in front there, Pavel, didn't make it up to the back of the car in front. He nearly made that extra place. Well, that is the second race. So, won all the races today. And a couple were quite lucky, but thanks for watching along, guys. Sorry it wasn't a very exciting race. I'll end up with more racing this than you had in TCR. 138 races. Yeah, maybe.
Fantastic job, buddy. That was
good job, everyone.
very, very impressive performance today.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He does have one more lap. Shall we see if he gets him? Who are we looking at? It is...
Report to Victor
Yes,
Lane.
boys.
Nice job, man.
Nat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. I can't even see the guy we're looking for. Pavel, where is he?
Really awful moment in the first.
He's not on the list. Oh, we're riding on board with him already. Right, okay. Shall we just see? Shall we just see if Pavel can do it? Oh, it's a missed apex guy in front. I'm just riding on board with Pavel just to see if he can get that place on the last lap. It's going to be close. Pavel's chasing down a missed apex driver. 4 corners to go. Good defending. He's going to have to close the inside. He's left the door open. Oh! This is quite good. I think he's done enough. Oh no, he's left it open. Nice fight to the end. Hard luck, Pavel, but that was a great fight. That was so close. Right, let's just very quickly go back to the start, and then I'll get off this. So here we go. So take a look at my start there, Steen. Let's see what happened to these guys. This is looking sketchy. Well, something's about to happen. Brian's locked up and gone off. Oh no. Okay, well actually that wasn't too bad. Brian managed to rejoin alright. So Pavel's going to have to lose this on his own. He should have been second. He's pretty clear at the moment. And he wouldn't have beaten me, but he would have given me a, he would have pushed me harder than the guys did. Danny Henny's coming up behind. Oh, so whatever happens to Pavel here is going to take out Danny, isn't it? Something's about to happen. Oh, sideways. Oh, okay. Well. Oh, Danny's in the wall. Oh, man, that sucks for Danny. Danny did nothing wrong there and was absolutely collected. Where is he? Can't even see Danny Henny in there. There he is. That's what he saw. Oh! Nightmare. That couldn't have gone a whole lot worse. At least it was near the pit entrance. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. see you again next week. That's it for me. Probably for iRacing for a few days. Yeah, let's go have some late night snacks. But like I say, thank you again for watching.